What's up, guys? Average Tech Guy here, and today we are back with more follow-up reviews to iOS 13. Now, iOS 13.5 was just put out about a week or so ago, and I was wondering, did it actually clear up some of the issues that we may have been having with third-party mouse devices? Now, we know that the Apple Magic Mouse 2 works with full gestures. Magic Mouse 1 does work, but it does not work with gestures. So what we're going to do today is figure out if 13.5 actually helped us out any. So let's check it out. So today what we want to do is we want to figure out if the 13.5 update was able to help our scrolling and our mouse functionality for third-party mouse devices. Now, I have the Surface Arc mouse here. I have a Logitech mouse. I think this is the M340. It actually connects through a dongle that I have right here connected to my hub. And then I have the PadPoint mouse right here. Very small form factor, fits in the palm of your hand. It's by the company SwiftPoint, and I have the Apple Magic Mouse 2 right over here. Now, right off bat, I'm gonna pull a mouse pad over just so you guys can so we can show the full effect. I am right-handed, so my mouse will be over here in my right hand. And as far as Apple Mouse, you know, you get full gestures. You can see I'm swiping with my finger, goes back and forth, no issues. And I'm gonna come over here to my widgets and just scroll up. There are no issues with that either. And let's try a website. So here we go, got a website open, and this is Apple, and it scrolls beautifully, no issues, and that's pretty much it. So Apple Magic Mouse 2, still working perfectly, working with full gestures, and we know that Magic Mouse 1 will not work with gestures. Setting that one to the side. Now, I'm going to actually turn it off so that it doesn't interfere with any of these other devices. Got that one turned off, and I'm going to actually turn this one off as well. Set that one over here, and I'm going to turn this one off as well. So you see, mouse is right there, it's not working. Last one that I have right here is the Arc mouse. Now I'm still on this same website, and I'm going to try these scrolling. Okay, scrolling is still just a little wonky. If you saw, it went up and came back down, and I'm going to just try that again. See? Just still a little wonky. It is better than it was though. Now let's try these gestures on the home screen, and still a little choppy. Well, rather a lot choppy. Yeah, I find myself mainly just pressing down on the screen somewhere empty and just swiping all the way. That just makes it a whole lot easier. So Arc Mouse is still a little bit wonky, but it is better than it was at the very beginning of this update 13.0. Now let's try this one. This is the actual one that's connected to a dongle. This is the Logitech M340. Actually comes with a keyboard. You can get that whole set for about 50 bucks or so. That dongle actually controls the keyboard as well as the mouse. It only comes in one color, but it's come in handy while I've been up in my studio and just playing around and using it. Now this one has no gesture features. It's just plain straight up a mouse. It has a scrolling mechanism. And scrolling is not as wonky as on the Arc mouse, but it doesn't go as fluid as the other two. And let's go back to the website, and we're just going to scroll, and it's basically just a simple scrolling mouse. So it's going to get the job done. It's going to get you what you need, and it's not going to be really flashy and out there just like gestures and all that. Basic mouse is going to get you what you need, and it does support the scrolling, but no gestures. Just keep that in mind. I'm going to turn this one back off. Here we go. Got the PadPoint right here by SwiftPoint. First, I need to turn this bad boy back on. Everybody else is still off. Now, PadPoint is it has a wheel over here on the side. I've done a full review if you want to check that out. But this mouse pad is actually from that company as well. So you're just scrolling right here. Now, scrolling is nice. It's no issue. It's not really wonky. Like, it doesn't take you all up front and then it holds down here. and then the same thing going to the bottom. It doesn't just come up and stay like it used to. So I'll say that some of these features have actually been fixed a little bit rectified. It's still not as clean as it was for a third-party mouse before the new software came out, so that the Magic Mouse and the trackpad and all that stuff could work. But it's getting better. I can't say that much. So if you guys have been following me, I did a whole lot of videos about why this wouldn't work. So Apple actually made it work again right when the new iPads came out, the 2020 models. They updated all the software. They gave us everything that we wanted, but it killed software for these types of devices right here, your third party, which are a lot of times more cheap and work just as good. All these things worked perfectly beforehand, but now we're having issues. So you actually can go into your settings and tweak how some of this stuff works. If you come into general and then go down to where it says trackpad and mouse, you just click there. You can change natural scrolling. You can do tracking speed. I've played around with all of those different things, and it is very minimal, the changes that you get. So in accessibility, if you come over here to touch, if you want to turn on your assistive touch, you can, and you can actually come into here and you can see your pointer devices and things of that nature. And you can even change different settings in here. But remember, you're going to have that assistive touch on. You will have the little box on your screen. If you don't want that, you can do all these things in accessibility. So just keep that in mind. But like I said, I played with all these settings, and pretty much it still stays about the same with these third-party devices. So my advice to you is, if you have a third-party device that is working perfectly, do not unpair it. Just keep that in mind. Do not unpair it. Just keep it paired, because some people are having success with these things. And later on this week, I'm getting a MX Master 3 from Logitech. I'm going to see how that thing works. Hopefully it gets better when I get that type of mouse. But for right now, the third-party mouse devices are doing better. But this is the one that Apple wants you to get. So just keeping you guys up to date on this progress and seeing how Apple is handling this situation with third-party mouse devices. Let me know in the comments down below which mouse you have, and if you're having any issues or if you're not having any issues. Hopefully this has been able to help someone out. Until next time, be sure and give me a big thumbs up, and please subscribe. Average Tech Guy out. Peace.